Gentleman yields back. Chair thanks the gentleman. The gentleman from Texas is recognized.
I think, Chairman, I too want to add our prayers for you and your family, Mr. Chairman, and how honored we've been to serve with you in this committee, and of course those of us in the Texas delegation, and you know, we had a great celebration of you last week, but you know, the biggest testament that I've seen to your character was your public sentiments expressed this past weekend about your faith, and I'm deeply appreciative of that. I know we want to move along. I would just simply say a couple of things on this point about the bill. We should all be deeply concerned about asserting Article 1 congressional power, all of us, on both sides of the aisle. We have for too long been allowing the executive branch in both parties to exercise significant amounts of administrative power. The court's decision in Chevron is at least a move in a direction that hopefully would give us more power. But both parties need to look in the mirror and understand, if we're going to sit around and, you know, we're going to have some of my conservative brothers and sisters walk away from legislative appropriations, if we're going to want to take away tools that we have, we've got to actually have a strong Congress to check what is often an out-of-control executive branch, again, under both parties. This is a statement about the administrative state, the last-minute rulemaking. It gets done in both parties, but we should be concerned about this. I appreciate it. And the answer to the ranking member's question about why it's coming up now is because it's front of mind now. I mean, no, but in all honesty, I mean, that's to a fault, I would say, right? Because it's not easy for us to work on long-term policy fixes in March, you know, next year in the Trump administration, or whether it was 4 years ago under the Biden administration when everybody's coming out, they got a 100-day agenda and everybody's doing their stuff. And now people are looking at this going, well, there's a bunch of last-minute rulemaking, and we all observe it, and we see what's going on, and you want to do something about it. You want to assert congressional power. I applaud my friend from Arizona. I think you pointed out that this is modeled almost very similarly to the 115th Congress version of the bill. Project 25 was a big deal in the 115th Congress, I assume. Is that right, Mr. Biggs? Is that where you copied it, was in the 115th Congress? It was a gleam in someone's eye. But the only final point I'll make on this is I wish we could have, like, this is like a reverse rulemaking power in omnibus form. I wish we could have a reverse omnibus legislation, you know, because of what we're facing this week, which is going to be essentially a massive 2,000-page omnibus bill that's being negotiated that frankly gives me real concern. And we've got to get out of this. We've got to get out of this mode of legislating and this mode of doing things this way. And, you know, we didn't do what we should have done with respect to open rules and structured rules this year the way that we should have done it. We didn't. We have got to find a way to get this place to function again. And I hope that we can, with a renewed sense of spirit, in January, figure out how we can do that. But, you know, four corners negotiations of 2,000-page bills that are probably going to spend $150 billion plus, maybe $200 billion without being paid for, with massive policy implications across the spectrum, is no way to do business. And it's germane to this point because rulemaking like this is no way to do business. Omnibus bills is no way to do business. And we got to change it or we'll all own it. So I appreciate it, gentlemen. I yield back.
Chair thanks the gentleman. Thanks for your comments, and gentleman yields